Did you hear what I was playing, Lane?
I didn't think your place listened, sir.
I'm sorry for that, for your sake. I don't play accurately. Anyone can play accurately. What I play with wonderful expression. As far as the piano is concerned, sentiment is my forte. I keep signs for life.
Yes, sir.
And speaking of the signs of life, have you got the cucumber sandwiches cut for Lady Bracknell?
Yes, sir.
Oh, by the way, Lane, I see from your book that on Thursday night, when Lord Shoreman and Mr. Worthing were dining with me, 8 bottles of champagne at entrance having been consumed.
Yes, sir. 8 bottles and a pint.
Why is it that at a bachelor establishment, the servants invariably drink the champagne? I asked merely for information.
I attribute it to the superior quality of the wine, sir. I've often observed that in married households, the champagne is rarely ever first-rate.
Good heavens, is marriage so demoralizing as that?
I believe it is a very pleasant state, sir. I've had little experience of it myself up to the present. I've only been married once. That was in consequence of a misunderstanding between myself and a young woman.
I don't know that I am much interested in your family life, Lane.
No, sir. It is not a very interesting subject. I never think of it myself.
Very natural, I'm sure. That will do, Lane. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Lane's views on marriage seem somewhat lax. Really, if the lower orders don't set us an a good example, what on earth is to use for them? They seem as a class to have absolutely no sense of moral responsibility.
This is an example of class conflict because Algernon says he has no sense of moral responsibility, and even though Lane is his trusty servant, which he trusts even with his secrets, Algernon still thinks Lane is a lower citizen because of class.
Fast forward.
Take a seat, Miss Worthing. Thank you, Lady Bracknell. I prefer standing. I feel about to tell you that you're not down on my list of eligible young men. Although I have the same list as the dear Duchess of Bolton, we work together, in fact. However, I am quite ready to enter your name, should your answers please, but a really affectionate mother. Request, do you smoke? Yes, I must admit I smoke. I'm glad to hear. A man should always have an occupation of some kind. There are far too many idle men in London as it is. How old are you? 29. A very good age to be married at. Pause. This scene, all around me, shows passion and mortality because in this society, it was expected of people to be married at a certain age.
Fast forward.
You're too much alone, Dr. Shoswell. You should get married. A man can serve I can understand. A woman serve, never. Believe me, I do not deserve so neologistic of a phrase. The precept as well as the practice of the primitive church was distinctly against matrimony. That is obviously the reason why the primitive church has not lasted up to the present day, and do not seem to realize, dear doctor, that by persistently remaining single, a man converts himself into a permanent public temptation. Men should be careful. This very celibacy leads weaker vessels astray. But a man is not equally attractive when married? No married man is ever attractive except to his wife. Pause. In this scene, Lyle is saying that once people get married, they stop trying to better themselves, so the rest of the world stops seeing them as attractive.
Fast forward.
My brother's in the dining room? I don't know what it all means. I think it's perfectly absurd. Good heavens!
Really, John, I've come down from town to tell you that I am very sorry for all the trouble I have given you, and that I intend to lead a better life in the future.
Pause! This here shows dual identity because Algernon is pretending to be Ernest.
Fast forward.
I hope, Cecily, I shall not offend you if I state quite frankly and openly that you seem to be in every way the visible personification of absolute perfection.
I think your frankness does you great credit, Ernest. If you'll allow me, I will copy your remarks into my diary.
You really keep a diary? I'd give anything to look at it. May I?
Oh no. Oh no, you see, it is simply a very young girl's records of her own thoughts and impressions, and consequently meant for publication. When it appears in volume form, I hope you will order a copy. But pray, Ernest, don't stop. I delay in taking down from dictation. I have reached absolute perfection. You can go on. I'm quite ready for more. Oh, don't cough, Ernest. It is, when one is dictating, one should speak fluently and not cough. Besides, I don't know how to spell a cough.
Cecily, ever since I first looked upon your wonderful and incomparable beauty, I have dared to love you wildly, passionately, devotedly, hopelessly.
I don't think that you should tell me you love me wildly, passionately, devotedly, hopelessly. Hopelessly doesn't seem to make much sense, does it?
Cecily,
This is an example of English passion.
Rewind.